From Vince Scully Avenue, welcome to Dodger Stadium. All set to bring you MLB The Show's Game of the Week. The Atlanta Braves taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. And this is the rubber match, Siggy.
And these games can really shape your season, Boo. You always want to come through when you have a chance to win a series. That'll boost confidence amongst the entire organization.
First pitch coming at you right after the break. Just about ready to roll here. Our starter in this one, Kodai Senga. What do we need to know here about the right-hander?
A very forgettable start his last time out. Was only able to work a couple of innings. We're looking for him to put it all together today. Command, tempo, and just really a confident presence out there on the mound.
Ronald Acuna Jr. leading things off and takes a strike.
Well, second pitch of this game and already getting squeezed a little bit.
On the ground to short, bats up with it, fires to first on the run. It's there, and that's a great play. All right, let's take a look at the lineup. All right, Siggy, how about all the talent in this lineup?
Well, there's a lot of young talent in this lineup. I think as they gel together, gain some maturity over the course of this season, they could be playing October baseball.
One down, base is empty. And that is cut on and missed. No balls, two strikes. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. One out, base is empty. In the air, left field, down the line. Ruth makes the catch, and there's two down.
Batting third, the right fielder, number 30.
Two outs, base is empty. Larry Walker next up for the Braves. And he swings and misses at the initial offering.
Talk about tying a guy up. That was ugly.
Swings through that one for strike two.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
Two down, nobody on. That's hard hit on the line. Makes the catch, inning over. And the Braves go down quietly. The Dodgers coming up, and we are scoreless. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back here at Dodger Stadium. And starting this one, Chris Sale.
He's racked up over 2,000 strikeouts in his career. He's such a competitor out on the mound. So fun to watch him work. I'm excited for this one.
Bottom of the first, here's Shohei Ohtani. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
And the first pitch misses for ball one. Sale, an all-star a season ago. He features a slider, a four-seamer, a changeup, and he works in a sinker. Next offering is in for a strike.
Man, that pitch was dotted. So much talent on display when this guy's out there on the hill.
That one the other way. Fair ball. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he's into scoring position with a leadoff double. Maybe a chance for our first run here.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. That was a thing of beauty. He may have been a little behind the pitch, but by getting that barrel into the hitting zone early on in his swing, he was able to meet it and still shoot a line drive down the line and left.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Here's Mookie now. 2 RBIs last night. 2 of the 3 runs they scored in the game. Pitch misses. 1-0. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here in the rubber match of this 3-game series.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
In the dirt.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Close, but called the ball. And the count's even at 2. No outs. Runner on second. Sale delivers. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Pitch misses there, and the count's full. Out to short, Arcia. Over to first. So it was a long battle at the plate, but they still managed to get the out. Here's the Dodgers lineup now. And a big part of it, a guy with a great track record, Aaron Judge.
Well, finishing the season last year over 50 home runs. I mean, it's obvious. Everybody knows it. He's one of the best power hitters in baseball. If you make a mistake, it's going to get hit hard and far. Look for him to come out this year and have another big season.
Babe Ruth, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. Here's the pitch. Runner on the move. There's the ball. Throw to third. Save. That wasn't close. And the go-ahead run is now only 90 feet away. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Ohtani stands at third with 1 gone in the inning.
Let's go.
Got him swinging.
Definitely a strikeout situation right there, and he got it. You do not want him to put the ball in play and want to strand that runner at third. Now all he needs is 1 more out to get it. Doesn't have to be a strikeout this time, since now they're 2 outs.
And now big number 99, Aaron Judge. Oh, he doesn't get the call. Ball 1. And another ball. And a foul ball.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
2 outs. And a foul ball. Sale ready.
Well, he's not afraid to fall into a 2-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well, so much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine whether it's a ball or strike, if he swings or not.
So now 2 on and 2 outs.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day 1.
Freddie Freeman up to the dish. Homered last night, added another hit as well. Swings through that one. 0-1.
0-1.
Swing and a miss as he was out front.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. That one 95 to finish him off.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
Second inning set to go. Here's Marcell Ozuna.
Marcell Ozuna.
Senga back to work. And that is out of play. Right through there for a strike. Rusty Valentine doing the umpiring behind the dish for us. Maybe the best name in the league.
Yeah, that's a solid one, no doubt. I mean, who's better to ask than you? I kind of wonder if Rusty's his actual name or just a nickname.
Yeah, no clue.
Anyways, Rusty's got a good zone, very good on the corners of the plate, but he'll give pitchers a little bit above the letters and below the knees if they're earning it.
Goes down looking.
Yeah, that's a tough pitch to stay on. You don't want to get beat inside, and as you see that pitch continue to run away from you, by the time it's in the catcher's mitt, you think it's a ball off the plate away.
Austin Riley at the plate. Hitless last night, and they only scored 1 run. Ball 1, no strikes. Riley was a kid in high school that was scouted by most teams as a pitcher. In fact, 95% of the teams wanted him as a pitcher. And I actually asked him, were you interested in being drafted as a pitcher? And he told me directly, no, I hated it. My arm hurt all the time. Second inning here, no score. Liner, and that should be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. And that's a double.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
One out, runner at second. Here's a big power threat. Matt Olson. 1 run batted in yesterday. Their only run of the game. There's a strike. Runner at second here, 1 gone. Olson checks his swing, appeal to third, didn't go. That's outside, and it's 2-1. That finds the mark on the inside corner. Next offering way off the plate. Right side to first, and Olson is set down.
The second baseman, Ozzy Albies.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position, and here comes Ozzy Albies to the dish.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here.
That one finds the zone, and that's strike 1. In the dirt, but kept close, and the runner holds. Riley on third with 2 out. Now a screamer into the outfield. Stretches out and hauls it in. 1 left for Atlanta. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No. Back here in L.A., here's the veteran second baseman. He's kind of an outlier, especially when guys are consciously sacrificing contact to deliver power. Fought off foul.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
Yeah, that's in for a strike. 0-2 now. When you look at the elite teams in the game right now, there is going to be the slug, no question about it. But the really good offensive teams combine slug with more contact, with less swing and miss. Here's Kike Hernandez. That one's in there, 0-1. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So a man aboard now with one away.
Everything came together for him. Smashed that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play. And now, let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
And up to the plate is Will Smith. Runner on the move. Ball misses. Save at second, and that was not close.
You know what? I like the aggressiveness right there. It looks like it's going to be tough to score in this one. Really good pitching so far. So why not try to put some pressure on him and see if you can steal the bag, get in the scoring position.
And Sale deals. Center field. Harris has a beat on it. Makes the catch. 2 away.
Batting ninth, the center fielder,
Tommy Edman at the plate. Great speed and great power. A great athlete, quite simply.
When you have a real athletic player and who's able to do the baseball mechanical things really well, look out, because the sky's the limit on that potential.
Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2. And he chases that one. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. 1 hit. Top half of the 3rd inning. Here's the catcher, Sean Murphy. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Softly hit to third. Hernandez whips it to first. Leadoff man retired here in the 3rd.
Batting ninth, the shortstop, Orlando.
Here's Orlando Arcia. Arcia, a former All-Star, hitting 9th in today's lineup, and he was born in Venezuela. Foul ball there. Now 1-1. Slapped foul. Got him looking for the K. He's got to be frustrated with that call.
Well, definitely a borderline pitch right there. And he didn't look too convinced as he headed back to the dugout. You know, those are tough ones to let go as a hitter, but with the human umpire calling balls and strikes, it's always going to be on you to protect yourself with 2 strikes.
Back to the top of the lineup, Ronald Acuna Jr. now at the plate. Pitch misses, and that's ball 1. 2 outs, base is empty. Out to short, Betts. Slings it across. They get the out on Acuna. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Braves. Braves go down quickly here, and we're still not. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far. That one at the knees for a strike.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
And that drops in for a strike.
Just a really nice slider down and in there. He wants to get the hitter thinking fastball, speed him up, and just subtract some velocity and add a little movement.
Not close with that one. 1-2 the count. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
No, that slider was way out of the zone, and for me, it just comes down to not seeing the pitch out of the hand, not tracking it into the zone, and then also being a little bit anxious, not confident in your two-strike approach. And so when a guy's in that position, you get him to commit early, and a lot of times you get the swing and miss, as you did right there.
One down, base is empty.
1-1.
Falling behind 2-1. Still tied at 0. Last of the third. Out to center. Harris has a beat on it. Makes the grab, and there's 2 gone. And up next for Los Angeles, Babe Ruth. He struck out swinging in his first at bat. That misses the zone. Ball 1.
1-0.
Late on that fastball.
He's going to have to make sure that he stays patient because he is the focal point in that lineup. They're going to pitch him tough. They're going to pitch around him. And when he doesn't see other guys doing anything, what you can do is become a little too aggressive and chase out of the zone.
Aaron Judge up next for the Dodgers. Foul ball. And that one popped in the air, left field. Ozuna brings it in with a nice running grab. Onto the 4th. Start of the 4th, digging in, Michael Harris II. Swinging a foul straight back. Off the mark there. And 1-1.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
That one outside. And the count 2-1.
1 strike.
And there's a foul ball. Hit hard, base hit.
Now batting, the right fielder, Larry.
Go ahead run on base. Walker the next to hit. He's 0 for 1.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hardly order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
Now move to first. Harris dives back in safely. In the dirt. Nothing doing. Count moves to 1-1. Pickoff throw, and he's back in there. And that's disengagement number 2. Harris gets his lead at first with nobody out. Next pitch is downstairs. Awkward swing there from the big left-hand hitter.
Off balance as well.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Marcell Ozuna. Struck out looking at his first at-bat. Not even close there. And that is ball one. Check swing. Now we'll look down to first. And he won around. Just enough that time. Fourth inning underway. No score. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Grounder might be two. Looks to second. That's one. On to Freddie. Double play.
He's so good at coming across the bag and snagging it with the bare hand to throw. I like the flair that he brings day in and day out.
So the go-ahead run at scoring position. So here's Riley now. Doubled in his first AB. Right through there for a strike.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
And the sweeper is in for a strike.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First two pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
Just off the inside corner, and it's 1-2. That's a little bit low. Battling here as he fouls it away.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out.
A lot of adrenaline, we can see it right there, and sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
Welcome back. And struggles at the plate in this series as we take a look at the numbers. Sinker gets the bottom of the zone, and that's a strike.
You know, these Dodgers just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today. And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
Up the middle. Albies over to first in time. Judge out on the play.
The first baseman, number 5, Freddie Freeman.
And here's Freddie Freeman. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Swing and a miss at a slider.
Generally, second, third time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command them. Looks like he's doing a nice job of it.
And that's outside.
0-2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
And Freddie takes the K.
Oh, that slider wasn't even close to the strike zone, and he got him to chase. That's just a bad approach right there. Either he was looking for something else and got completely fooled, or he was sitting all over the slider and just couldn't resist the temptation. But, man, really expanded right there and didn't have a chance of making contact with that pitch.
Robinson at the plate now. That's ball one.
Two balls.
Two down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. And a swing and a miss.
He's gotten into a really good rhythm, set down 7 in a row. He just wants to get the baseball.
That's three.
That's strike 3 and the third out. So we take a break. Dodgers go down quietly. Still. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Senga back to work. Fastball for a strike. 0-1.
You know, these Braves, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
Cut on and miss, struck him out. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
Wow, short work to send the packet to start the inning, and no messing around either. All 3 pitches were in the strike zone, attack mode all the way, and that's pretty impressive given the pop he was dealing with at the plate.
Ozzie Albies up to the plate. 0 for 1 so far. And that's fouled off.
He's been going after these guys consistently, and as a result, he's been able to keep his pitch count low, throwing the ball very well right now.
In the dirt, and it's 1-1. And there's a breaking ball that drops in there. All tied up, and we're at the top of the 5th. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. Edman going back on it. See you later. A solo shot. His first homer of the year, and they grab the lead. It's 1-0.
Boog, his plan was to hit the ball hard, and he was going to figure out the rest later. You can't argue with those results. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
So 1 out, nobody on. So here's Murphy now. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. Line drive. Pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
It was all over that fastball right there. I tell you what, if he gets under it just by a fraction of an inch or a little bit more, that's way back.
2 down, bases empty. And the batter will be the shortstop, Orlando Arcia. First pitch misses.
1-0.
And that one fouled off. On the ground. The throw to first, and that is the inning. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. Swings through that one out in front that time.
Wow, no fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move till the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just gonna have to tip your cap on that pick.
No balls. Straight.
That one missing inside. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. And there's one away. Here's the power hitting catcher, Will Smith. Flied to center his first time. He's 0 for 1. Swing and a miss, strike one. So the Dodgers are going to have to try and come from behind and try and get that offense going. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike two.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
3-2 now. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. Strikeout number 8.
Really tight bite on that slider and just couldn't get the barrel to it out front. You've got to try to pull those hands tight to the body to get it through. And I'm thinking he probably wanted that pitch to end up even more inside to keep it out of the danger zone. But it had enough late break. And
reaching for it and brings it in. And we're back. Start of the 6th, John Shambi with Chris Singleton. And leading off, Ronald Acuna Jr. Check swing. He went. It's 0-1. Acuna in his 7th season, 27 years old, and he's a former Rookie of the Year. A little out front there as he swings through it. And a liner out into right center for a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
good job of just putting the ball in play with 2 strikes. Fastball off the plate a little bit, but a really nice job of going with it. Punched it to the opposite field for that knock.
Michael Harris II will hit next. 1 for 2. And that's a little bit high. And it's 1-0.
1 ball, no strike.
Acuna gets his lead at first. Nobody out. That one ripped, but foul. Grounded to third, could be 2. Over to Jackie, they get 1. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice. And now the right fielder, Larry Walker. This guy with big-time power and an elite defender. Outside low, 1-0. Man at first, 1 away. Runner on the go. Swinging a foul out of play. Senga throws over, but it's wide of the bag and gets away. Tag, and they got it. So an error on the play, but they get the out anyway. Two down, nobody on, and we're in the top half of the 6th. The next offering misses. 2-1. That's out to center field. Edman in position. Corrals it. And that is that. And welcome back to the ballpark. Leading off, Shohei Ohtani. Swing and a miss. That's strike one.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
Here's Mookie to hit. 0 for 2 in this one. Fouled off left side. Home team down a run here in the bottom of the 6th. Ground ball up the middle. Slings to first, and a couple of quick outs.
The left fielder, number 3, Babe.
And next for LA, Babe Ruth. And that one fouled off. The 0-1. That one's upstairs, ball 1.
Well, it's been a very impressive outing so far. His command has been a big part of it. Even when he misses outside the strike zone, which is exactly what a pitcher wants.
That missed by a lot. And a count 2-1. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
Tonight, his slider has been really impressive. I mean, tight spin. Seems like the hitters aren't picking it up out of the hand. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming.
2 down, nobody on. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Nothing doing for the Dodgers here. Still behind. We go to the top of the 7th. Now the left fielder, Marcell Ozuna. And that drops in for a strike.
I really like how he's been attacking hitters early in at bats. He's thrown strikes on the first pitch to over 70% of the guys he's faced in this one.
And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. Edman going back on it. Way back, out of here. All muscle to center field. It's 2-0.
Boog, I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
Here comes Austin Riley. And here comes the Dodgers manager to the mound. Pitching change coming.
Now pitching for
Shintaro Fujinami gets the ball now.
Shintaro Fujinami.
Right through there for a strike. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here in the top half of inning number 7. Next offering misses, and that's ball 1. Just missed. Line to second, snagged on the bounce. Handles, throws to first. That's the first out in the top of the 7th.
Up next for Atlanta, the first baseman.
And now it's Matt Olson's turn to hit.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
Swing and a fly ball, well struck left field. Ruth settles under it. Hauls it in, and there's 2 away.
The batter, number 1.
2 outs, base is empty. Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. He's already homered in this game. Breaking ball in there for a strike.
No ball. 1 strike.
Swings and misses. And it's 0-2.
More and more guys are looking to slug regardless of the count. In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on his approach.
Caught it looking for the K. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Dylan Lee.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
And Judge spoils that one.
You know, these Dodgers finding ways to get on base, but they still need help driving them home. They've had their chances with runners in scoring position, but nobody's been able to deliver a big hit in those situations. And you got to give some credit to the other side as well. They've been able to get out of a few tough jams, but frustration is mounting for this offense, no doubt.
Stays alive. Swing and a miss, struck him out. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. When you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
The Dodgers down by a pair here at the bottom of the 7th. Next pitch misses, and now it's even 1-1. Movement in the Atlanta bullpen. Aaron Bummer up and throwing. Number 63, a right-hander, loosening up as well. That one to first. Oh, great stop. And they get the out.
Man, a lot going on that play. Diving stop to his right in that hole, and then gets up and takes it himself. Man, it's a one-man show.
Here's the second baseman, Jackie Robinson, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Right side, hard hit. In plenty of time to first, and the Dodgers are set down in order. We're at the top of the 8th. Here's Sean Murphy.
Catcher, Sean Murphy.
Fujinami back to work. Outside low, ball 1. The 1-1 is fouled off. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Breaking ball misses down and away.
2-2.
Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. And he makes the catch. 1 up, 1 down. Now in for the Braves, Orlando Arcia. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
1 ball, no strike.
Right through there for a strike. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Judge is there. And there are 2 down. 2 down, base is empty. And here is Ronald Acuna Jr. 1 for 3. And the pitch is outside, ball 1. Next offering is in for a strike. That one found hard the other way.
Been a solid inning so far in relief. Getting them through this inning only down 2 could give their lineup a real opportunity to just grind their way back into this game with the few outs that they have left.
That's a hit. Joey gets on base and keeps it going. Michael Harris II next up for the Braves. And that's in there for strike 1. Acuna off of first with 2 away. And now the count is even. Popped in the air, left field. Ruth pulls that one down, and that is that. Braves strand 1, but they're on top 2-0. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, number 63. Now the third base. Kike, the Dodgers going with a pinch hitter, Max Muncy.
Man, it must be nice to pull a superstar off your bench, huh?
Swings through that.
0-1.
Swing and a ground ball. Throws to first. They get the out on Muncy.
Well, we talk about how the ball is coming out of the pitcher's hand. The way it comes out of his hand, that's infielder. Wow, really impressive.
So they're making a move for a bat off the bench. Dalton rushing. 1 out, the base is empty for him. That one inside, look out. Left field. Ozuna should have it. Brings it in. And there's 2 away.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
Tommy Edman steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Strike on the inside corner.
It's been tough for the offense so far, but you can't get frustrated. You got to find a way to shake it off, go up there and relax. That's the only way you're going to be able to.
Out towards right center. That's well struck. And it's out of here. His second of the year. It's 2-1.
Just relentless. This team will not quit. Everything goes slow motion when a breaking ball like that leaves the hand right down the middle of the plate, and it's like the pitcher screaming, "No!" and the hitter saying, "Yes!" and the ball gets tattooed for a big home run.
Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. That one is gone. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. It's 2-2. He only needed 1 swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at-bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. Back-to-back homers, always a special feeling at the ballpark, especially if it's your team that does it and those guys get to slap hands at home plate. This is the kind of thing that can really fire up a ball club.
Here comes the manager out of the Braves dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Number 60. Joe Jimenez taking over on the mound. This is his 5th appearance of the year. Here's Mookie Betts now. 0 for 3 in this one. And ball 1. Activity in the bullpen. Eric Gagne appears to be getting loose. Bummer getting cranked up as well. 2 outs. And that one almost got him. Turns and fires the Betts. Babe Ruth, the kind of bat that can make a big impact if they can keep it going here. Two down, nobody on. High fly ball out towards left field. Way back there. And it gets into the corner, but it's foul. Liner, and this could be trouble. Around first, heading for 2. And he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double.
You got to get on your horse and get to that ball and get it back in, because he's going to come barreling around first and put some pressure on you. If you bobble it or you don't get there in a hurry, it's going to make you look silly and end up on second base.
Here's the left fielder, Babe Ruth. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. And there's the strike.
No ball. 1 strike.
Two down. Go ahead run and score in position. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. Runner around third on his way to the plate. He'll score, and it's an RBI single. They lead it in the 8th.
Such great concentration. Everybody on their feet, knowing that you can come through with a good swing. And there he doesn't try to do too much.
2 outs, runner on first. Now it's the Dodger cleanup hitter, Aaron Judge. Got to be careful with a slugger like this, because he can turn it into a 3-run game in the blink of an eye. Runner takes off. Pitch misses. And safe. It's a stolen base. Siggy, he definitely showed off the wheels there.
Yeah, and it turned out to be a bang-bang play. StatCast gives us the data, and that stolen base wasn't possible without that sprint speed.
He gets the intentional walk here, and now a force at any base with 2 gone.
Well, it doesn't get much easier with this next batter, but I totally understand going with the intentional walk in that spot. He's just too dangerous at the plate right now, and there's a base open, so it gives you options defensively to get an out.
The other way, and that's a fair ball. Coming around third is Taylor. 1 run is in. Here comes the Judge around third. The relay to the plate. He'll score. 2 runs are in, and they lead by 3.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the bullpen. So they turn to the lefty in this spot, Aaron Bummer.
And this could be a pretty critical point in this game. They're hoping he's the guy to keep him within striking distance.
And here is Jackie Robinson. That pitch gets the corner, 0-1. 2 outs, and 1 in scoring position. Swing and a miss as he was late.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Next offering is down low. On the ground to the left. Throw on to Olsen, and they're happy to just get off the field after that frame. Staying in the game on defense, Max Muncy. He'll play third after coming into the game as a pinch hitter. Also into the ball game, Dalton Rushing. He takes over behind the plate. Also entering the game, Chris Taylor. He'll be out in left field. Now it's the right fielder. Tanner Scott on to try and close it out.
I think closer has to be one of the toughest jobs in baseball, and we see a pretty high turnover rate because of it. Every outing seems to be high pressure, this one included. We'll see if he can wrap up the win and get himself a save.
Taylor coming on. No trouble here, puts it away for the out. And there's one down.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
He's 2 outs away. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Marcelo Zuna. And that's a base hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
Now batting.
Here's Austin Riley.
Austin Riley.
Late on that fastball. Scott in his 7th season, 30 years old now. And he was selected to the All-Star game last year. That's off the inside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. And that one ripped to left. And that's a fair ball. Throw into third. In safely with a double. His 2nd of the day. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down. And it's like he's moving in full speed and everybody is a step or 2 behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
Matt Olson up to the plate. And a swing and a miss.
No ball. 1 strike.
On the ground, right side. And that chance handled. Only play is at first on the throw from shallow right. There for the out. Runner scores from third.
The batter number 1.
So they're down to their final out. Ozzie Albies next up for the Braves. This one smacked out to left center. They'll squeeze it for the final out, and the Dodgers win the last 2 to take the 3-game series.
I'd say this team really needed to win this game today and pushed them over the top to win the series, which is great. But when you go on the road in the next series, going into